Father who art in heaven, I love when you toss me blessings.
It's week 3 of the National Football League, and we've got Bobby Okereke, who had a strong showing last week with an 8-tackle game. It's the Colts and the Jags on Sunday night.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Tonight we've got As of this morning, summer officially over. It's time for autumn football, and we're underway on EA Sports. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So the Colts now coming out for their opening drive. And they're led out by their mobile quarterback out of West Virginia. It's Geno Smith.
He had the numbers of a game last week that if you win, you talk about him being a gritty guy, managing the game, getting it done. But they lost. So obviously 2 interceptions, 1 touchdown pass, that's not going to be good enough. Got to get that changed around.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete. Well, these two teams, they met up way back in the season opener. And it was the visiting Colts who won that first matchup. So they'll look for the season sweep here back home in Indy. Smith, an incomplete pass on first down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Now Geno. And he comes back with one complete. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. 3rd and 2, Smith. This will be taken in by Michael Pittman. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
Smith's throw complete there to Smith. Wow, incredible.
Miss.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. They'll run. This is Jonathan Taylor. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? 2nd and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy first down conversion. Now a first down throw. It's Smith. Being chased out left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
On 2nd down, it's Taylor. He'll get only a couple down to the 44.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down. Geno now to throw. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 18. Excellent play there on 3rd down. Give them 25 yards. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. From the red zone now, Smith. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And the Colts are going to have a 1st and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical, they've been crisp, and as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early 1st and goal.
Throwing now is Geno. Now this will be swung out wide for Taylor. Touchdown, Colts! Jonathan Taylor, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Colts put the night's first points on the board as they take the early lead. Building confidence after a loss, that's a good way to do it. The loss last game, but first drive here in this one, cashing it in for 6.
And they can talk all they want about putting a loss behind them. I think that drive there did more than any conversation they had, don't you think?
That's exactly right. Puts that to bed. And this is what they said all week long. A lot of things they needed to do differently. But whatever they said appears to have worked. Gonzalez good on the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. The Colts kicking team is out there now, and they will send this one away. And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback. So here's the first drive now for the Jags. They're led by the number 1 overall pick in the 2021 draft, Trevor Lawrence.
And frankly, this is the type of game that a great quarterback relishes because 0-2 on the road, everything's against him and his team. No one can expect them to win. Sometimes you band together real tight in that situation, and if he plays really well, they've got a chance to get that done.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down. The numbers on the ground for ETN last week. 14 carries, 64 yards.
I can't remember the last time we did a game when a coach didn't talk about establishing the run first. But they've lost 2 straight games, so they still want to do that, but they've got to have some contingencies, some other options. Expect them maybe to throw it a little bit to open up things and maybe run it a little bit more later in the game.
19 yards the pick up there. Move the chains.
Now how about this throw right here? Had to throw it to the left sideline, and you know the timing's got to be correct on this one. Ball's got to be right where it needs to be, and it was. That's because he had great arm strength on that one, able to drive the football. Quarterbacks love it when they can show off their arms.
On 1st and 10, it's ETN. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's second down. The Jaguars at 0-2 here to begin the season. And listen, they've made their share of mistakes in these first 2 games, CD, but talking with them in the days leading up to this one, doesn't seem like they've lost any confidence.
I would agree with that, and what they told us was that they weren't planning on making any drastic changes. They didn't see the need to shake things up. They were going to continue to plow ahead. They thought they had the right guys on the team and in the locker room, but they do have to start winning some games.
And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. And now a decision here on the opening drive. 4th and very short, this part of the field. What do you think they do, CD?
I think you go for it. I think there's a lot of game left to be played. I like the advantage that they're trying to create here early. I say be aggressive and try and get it done.
And they'll try and throw for it with Lawrence. Oh, hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. The Jags come up empty on 4th down. And the Colts are going to take over with a football. Good starting field position for the Colts as they have it 1st and 10 at their own 43. Here's Smith. Escaping the pressure right, and he'll just get rid of it.
No grounding call there. He had a receiver near the right sideline. It was pretty clear there. He just needed to get rid of that one.
And he did have a receiver in the area, but initially my view was obstructed, and I thought that was going to be grounding, but clearly the correct call made, and that is no call.
Is that why you threw your play sheet down? Is that why you did it? Was that the flag?
You can't be giving me up. I got a lot of issues up here in the booth. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. And they nearly sprung him that time as he takes us all the way down to the 37. 14 yards that time, and a 1st down on the keeper.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the 1st down. A nice run right there.
On 1st and 10, Smith. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
We always talk about receivers. If the ball hits your hand, you're supposed to haul it in, but it is hard to adjust to a pass thrown a little bit behind you.
That one was all the momentum going forward. Couldn't contort his body back to grab it. Smith, an incomplete pass on first down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Now back to throw. Dancing to his left. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. That's Foley Fadukasi who got in there and finished off the play. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Indianapolis with the homestanding Colts in possession, as they've got it with a 3rd down and long coming up. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up 4th. So on 4th down, on is the punter, Ryan Wright. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. On the return, here's Agnew. And he is out of bounds. The 20-yard line. So time to see Jacksonville again on offense for the 2nd time here in this game. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally, because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated, because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Lawrence. This one complete to Christian Kirk. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Lawrence finding Kirk there for the Jaguar first.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there, because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
ETN up the middle. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. Now, during that run, an injury here. We've got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
I have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
On 3rd and 1, it's Lawrence. And that's complete to ETN out of the backfield. And he is going to have a Jags first down. At least it would appear that way. He didn't get it by much, but yes, they do get the... And the slot man goes in motion left. On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. ETN bringing in another one. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. They go right back to him for 20 and a first.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
But to throw again is Lawrence. And he comes back with one complete. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 20-yard line. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Off the play fake, here's Lawrence. And completes it to Kirk over the middle. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Christian Kirk, a 20-yard touchdown. And the Jaguars are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Parkey adds the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
Now Gino on first down. Able to get this one to McBride. So the completion gets him just a yard, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Smith. That one thrown away from the pocket. The officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. And he's got his tight end, that's Smith. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Smith throwing again. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down. And he's certainly not a guy that drops that football very often.
Indeed, because that's a bit of a surprise. I know he's in the middle of some traffic and people, bodies all around him, but he usually has the focus to haul that one in.
9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Gotta say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage, so they're going to throw the football more.
Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss. So, Charles, no turnovers yet for this offense, but those sacks now, they're starting to pile up.
And one thing usually leads to another because they've got to figure out how the offensive line and everyone else involved in protection can keep their quarterback upright and allow him a chance to throw the ball downfield.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Smith throwing middle, and it's complete. Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. Now Smith. He'll drop this down to Taylor. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. Gonzalez's kick is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell us end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number one. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Jags going to go on offense now late in this first half. With this slim deficit closing in on the end of the first half, we'll see if they can move this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 out of this drive. They go play action now. Lawrence. They're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in. And the contact may have come too early. So a costly penalty yardage-wise as that'll move the football down to the spot of the foul.
And what the officials are looking for in these situations, whether you're playing the man or the ball. And if you're playing the man, you get a lot less.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Joseph Osai in there to get him. It's a loss of 5. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
They gave it a shot with a deep pass, but it wasn't going to work there. And now there's less time for them to try and get 3 before the half. Let's see what they dial up on this next snap.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Final play of the half. It's Lawrence. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. But no break needed. Let's get back to it. Week 3, here we go with quarter 3. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. This one fielded at the 5. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Jaguars ready to get going to start quarter number 3. Well, out of the locker rooms here they come. Their first drive of the 3rd quarter. And, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game, but we got a tight one set up to be a very entertaining second half.
And as we know, partner, in the NFL, there's trailing and there's trailing, right? Sometimes you're discouraged by how much you're down, but in this case, this is a tight ball game, so there's a sense of optimism here. I think they went into half and looked at their play sheet and said, these are the plays we really like. What do you say we use them to start the second half and get us going?
And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Lawrence. This is caught. It's Kirk. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 40. A gain there of 21 yards.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 right at the 40. And they'll send the slot in motion left. Lawrence going to throw again. He'll let this go for the end zone. Got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. A great effort there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Jags have taken the lead here in this 3rd quarter. Quite a show of arm strength right there. That was in the air for a long time, and it was on target, too.
And as that ball was hanging in the air with the receiver streaking downfield to beat it, here in the stadium, you could just sense the crowd thinking, oh, no. And their worst fears were realized as that one turned into a long touchdown.
And you can see in the next-gen stats, that one 62 yards in the air. Parkey with the extra point, and the lead is now 14-10. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. Here's the Colts now as they get ready for their first possession on offense of the second half. And Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, one-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just already know our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side trying to match each other.
Yeah, that one was covered pretty well because they were trying to leak the tight end out into the flat. I think they were hoping he could catch it and turn upfield and pick up the first down.
From the 27, Smith. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Throwing on third down, Smith. Oh, it's out. Smith lost it. And the Jags grab it. So they take over not only in enemy territory, but in the red zone at the 16-yard line.
That feels like an accumulation of the pressure we've seen all game. I mean, he's been on the turf a whole lot because of sacks. Eventually, something else happens as well, and this time it was a turnover.
Yeah, caught up to him. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. They run the counter. It's Pearson. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
First play of the drive. Let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking. But the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Here's 2nd and 1 now from the 7. They'll keep it on the ground. Pearson, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
Well, I would have figured after the 9-yard run on the previous play, getting one more yard wouldn't have been much of a problem. But apparently it was, and now it's 3rd down.
Third and 2, now Lawrence. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Just looking at it from a defensive perspective, when you break the huddle in the red zone, tight end is one of the guys you've got to key on because quarterbacks want the ball in their hands fast in this position, and they want to get into someone. And in this case, he had the play. They just didn't complete it.
They're going on 4th down. Lawrence. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. The Jags come up empty on 4th down. And the Colts are going to take over with a football. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. A carry by Taylor to start the drive. And this will be a gain of right around 3 from the 7 out to the 10-yard line.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
On 2nd and 7, Smith firing quickly here, and that's complete. And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25. 16 yards to pick up there. The Colts have a 1st down. Up the middle, here's Taylor. They find some open field here. And out across midfield down to the 45. All told, it's an even 30 and a 1st down. They go to the ground again with Taylor. Devon Hamilton with the tackle.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
Running straight ahead, Taylor. And some room to maneuver. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 80 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. First and 10, Taylor now. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26. On the handoff, this is Taylor. A yard in the wrong direction makes third down tougher. Third down and 9.
Well, they've had success on the ground on this drive, and that makes the defense more likely to overcommit to stop the run as they did on that play. But keep in mind, it makes them susceptible to play-action passes as well.
And he'll find Pittman. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. Back now in Indianapolis. It's the Colts, so they've got the football, but they've got work to do, trailing here as we begin the fourth quarter. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on first and goal. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Down near the goal line, things really get physical. You're always anticipating a running play, but when they do throw it, things happen quickly. A little bit of a bang-bang play there that falls incomplete.
Flushed out right. And he'll get into the end zone and touchdown, Indianapolis. Geno Smith with his second touchdown of the game, fourth of the year. And the Colts go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and it's now 17-14. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And no return here for Agnew, so they'll bring it out, start the drive at the 25. Jacksonville set to go again offensively. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. The pressure gets to Lawrence, and he'll go down. DeForest Buckner with a sack, the former number 7 overall pick.
And we all know how talented this guy is who's calling the signals for him, but even the best in the game, they can struggle against a good, cohesive zone coverage. Can't find a gap in the secondary quick enough, and he ends up taking a sack.
Another try after the first down sack. Lawrence, he's going to wind up and air it out. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
Give him credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
Rolling to his left. And it's going to be batted down. And we'll go the other way with the football. The Jags come up empty on fourth down. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. Well, they've got the slim deficit, decided to go for it, hoping to keep the football score and erase that deficit. But, boy, deep in their own territory like that.
Let's just say that with that.
And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. Trayvon Walker, his second sack of the night. A CD, you know, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything.
And this came from the edge, and those pass rushers, they have so many tricks of the trade to get around blockers. They have a lot of tools in their kit. This was pure speed and athleticism on this play, though, and they could barely get a glove on him before he got the quarterback on the ground.
Eluding the pressure right. He's going to find a man here. It's complete. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. The offense on third down tonight, 6 conversions and 9 tries. They've done a great job of picking these up. This is 3rd and 9. To throw is Smith. And incomplete on the deep ball.
The frustration evident there because he couldn't find anyone on third down, and he left no doubt that he was throwing that one away.
Gonzalez. The lead to 6. It's 20-14 now.
So the starting field position was terrific following the surprising turnover on downs, but the end result, only 3 points.
Simply stated, I think you have to look at that as a missed opportunity.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. And last time, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. We'll see if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game, and sometimes that note says,
And it's intercepted. Picked off by Julian Blackmon. And the Colts are going to take over at their own 11-yard line. So they took their shot. It was a pretty good heave, but in the end, the free safety is the one who comes away with the football.
And two of the traits that you look for in a good free safety, range and decision-making, both on display right there. And it didn't hurt that he's got a good pair of hands, too.
After the interception, here's Smith. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down. But tapping those toes, he tried to get both in bounds. He could not do it, though.
In tap dance parlance, could not complete the shuffle. All right, needed to get that shuffle down with both feet, not just one.
Is that what they say?
There it is. You know, put a little sand down on the stage.
I'll take your word for it, my man. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
And CD, we have seen some great runs the last few times we've been together, but I think we can at least put this one in our top 5. That was a determined gallop there. To about the 35, second down.
The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? You just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up 3rd and about 6. Smith. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 45-yard line. Another good reception there. The Colts on the march. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Running left, Taylor. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
So with your team leading in the 4th quarter, you know you've got to run the football. They know you've got to run the football. Sometimes that means there's nowhere to run the football.
2nd and 12, and you have to assume another all-out effort to stop the run is coming. Again, it's Taylor. As he's got this down inside the 40 to the 39. 91 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late 4th quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on 3rd?
I don't. I run the football, and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
The passing game for the Colts finding its stride, another first down. Now a handoff, Taylor with it. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.